Hi, Star Sign family. Here's Shima, and I'm here for the full moon in Pisces on the 30th, and I'm going to channel your cosmic summer window. And I invited the dolphins and the mermaids to come and join me to look into your window. And this one is for the star sign Aquarius. So let's jump right into it. Closing the window. And these are the two cards, the main cards for you, Aquarius, which are very important, which is like your theme for this time, where you sort of have to be working scientifically. You're really sort of trying to work something out, where you sort of need information from other levels of consciousness, so you can sort of work things out, whatever you designed or created. And this is like somebody who's sort of cutting things out, like saying, okay, this is not it, this is not it. So it's like a person who's, you have to be careful, or an energy, so you don't destroy too much. So you're sort of saying, this, I don't want to even deal with it anymore. So this energy is really like putting things away which are not important. Like it's like, in the end, we have to let go of a lot of things, but it can be also done in a nice way. It doesn't have to be so radical, let's say so. Maybe something what you're working on is pretty radical, but maybe you can soften it up also a little bit, because too rough is also very, it's not getting you anywhere. It can also sort of destroy your own being, your being in your own way, and you say, forget about it, I'm not going to do anything anymore. If the critiques are too much, you lose the animo in yourself. So don't overdo it, and be patient with yourself. And the most important thing for you, Aquarius, is to be in peace. Just feel your inner peace and saying, yeah, I'm peaceful. I don't want to force myself too much into, when you see it from a perspective of peace, then things are not that difficult, that it's not going to be too problematic. And you don't always have to be super perfect, because super perfect is actually pretty boring. People forget that, because we humans, we like to make mistakes. It's like our mistakes makes us alive, makes us not being a robot. It's like we are in peace even with our mistakes, let's say so. That's what your inner plan, or whatever you're doing. Don't destroy your inner peace. Be happy with whatever comes out. And the problem and to solve for you is, Aquarius, you have change coming. Change. Things are changing rapidly. And the dolphins are saying, yeah, we love change. Look at them. They are training in changing all the time, because this is the only way they can sort of detect, or with their system, also with their language is resonance. They always sort of have to move and see what resonates. And maybe that's also what you have to learn, because this is the problem and to solve for you. The problem is to be in resonant and align to everything. And aligning you can do when you sort of look very deep inside of you and ask your heart what you feel about the whole situation. So it's like if there's something brewing all the time between you and somebody else, one time you sort of have to say, yeah, let's work it out, let's talk about it. I feel such and such. I feel that I'm working all the time and you are sitting and watching TV. So, or you're not listening to me. I'm telling you something and you're just looking away. So this is like being scared of change. You know, you don't want to interrupt something which is like rolling, rolling, rolling. But you have to sort of name the thing which is not working for you anymore. And then change can be a good thing, you know, you can change for the better. And but you have to sort of package this feeling of what you want to tell to the other person in nice words, and package it in decent and emotionally adequate things, so the other person maybe just has to say no or yes. So it will be maybe the easiest way. But you have to name it. You have to name it in some ways. So your problem is really this change, and to name what you want to change. All right. This is not easy, but you have to sort of get the idea that something has to change for you, and it only can change when you name it and when you talk about it, because nobody else probably has an idea what you want and where you want to go. So in the past, Aquarius, you really did make a revision of your life, like where you grew up and where you're now, and what is in the future for you still, you know, what is it, what you dreamt as a child, maybe being a grandfather or a grandmother, what you did expect from that, and do you still want to do it? Are you into that, or do you have totally different plans now? So this is what you did already in the past. There's some planning going on, and yeah, you just sort of have to see if you want it or you don't want it, you know, because you are also very, very called to be the hermit. Like a hermit is like going, you know, a hermit needs a cabin in the woods and nobody around, maybe somebody who brings food or brings veggies or something to eat. But then you need to be alone. You need to be undisturbed, because you're really working on something which is like needs all your concentration and make you focus, and you don't want to have questions. You're not able to even answer questions because you're on a total different space-time line, you know. And how can you answer a question about, do you want your tea with milk or with sugar or with honey, as you like? So it's this kind of thing about you being a hermit, and also a Merlin, kind of being in nature, being totally sort of depending on a certain situation you create for yourself. And then you have, in the future, you have this beautiful card of being online. This is like being online. It's like being telepathically online. The dolphins are laughing about me, saying, you are so used to be talking to us. But it's not for everybody. No, not everybody can do that already, but we can. And it's very necessary. It looks like it's very important for the future generation to develop that kind of inner online feeling when your masculine and your feminine side are totally in harmony, and you can receive for the future something which you sort of can let roll into you and express it in a certain way, so that the future generation can understand it and sort of see that you were absolutely in a telepathic situation where you sort of communicate with other dimensions. Other dimensions, other beings like the dolphins in the water. But we can, it's like, it's possible. We can easily do that, but you have to have your receivers tuned into it, and that's mainly only possible when you have a time spent totally in nature and being the hermit. Well, I hope it's not said too much, but it's inspiring. It's inspiring, especially when you sort of have this clairvoyance energy available all of a sudden, and you don't even have to think twice, and you can answer already, and then the phone call comes where you already had the answer, All right, let's see how fast you can learn that. It's fun, I'm using it all the time since I'm an artist, and I tap into this telepathy thing since small on, and it's natural to me. So why can't you do this? It's definitely possible. Here, my little or big Aquarius energies. You also need little excursions. So you you want to sort of jump into your car and be gone for 3 days or something, or a weekend or maybe a week. But you want to have this freedom of being totally on your own and be able to do that, whatever you sort of think is good for you and what you need to disconnect and have kind of holidays from everything, and just surrender to the universe and listen to this magic which is going on for you there. Your hopes and fears is critique. And it's like this little pinches and comments people are doing and saying, oh, why don't you do it this way? And, why you're bothering about things like this? Why don't you just enjoy like everybody's enjoying? You don't, you have an iPhone. You don't need to be telepathically connected with anybody. So this is the comments, this is the people who are commenting all kinds of things from their perspective, and it doesn't have to bother you for nothing. So either you get used to it or you ignore it totally. You want it, you want critique, but you also want to sort of neglect it and not be bothered too much about it, because you have your own idea of where things are going for you. And yeah, that sounds very much like Aquarius. Aquarius, I'm having still some cards for you, and these are the universe cards. The universe is telling you to, keep going, keep looking what you still want to do. The Aquarius, you have so many different possibilities worked out where still what you still want to do, and there's immense energy right now, and you really want to use that energy to enjoy and adventure, because you need to get rid of that energy. It's too much, so you have to move, you have to sort of experience before you sort of jail yourself down. This is like the card for lockdown, and it's like when we are going for winter time, it's like, it's not so much fun to be outdoors. Either there's always a possibility to do something outdoor when you bundle up the right way, but right now you sort of need to get these ideas you're still having resolved. You still want to do that because it's like an energy you definitely want to use to experience something you were sort of planning all the time for you. And the dolphin saying, yes, do that, because this is like a very good experience. And when you sort of have time to be indoors, then you can sort of use this experience for expressing it in and putting it to paper, or it's information. It's just like information you have to sort of collect right now until the winter is sort of coming in. So you still have some time, you know. It's just the last full moon of summer, and autumn is starting. So there's still some beautiful energy and colors and everything, so you can do whatever your little escape trips which you want to do, and bring them in sort of for the winter time. So yeah, leave me some comments, like and share if you enjoyed the reading, and subscribe if you like, and we see you again next time. See you.